at Gong, we have an operating principle that we call challenge conventional wisdom, which really says we're not going to deflect any best practice for the sake of being different. That would be foolish, and we would end up reinventing the wheel many times. But sometimes you just need a wheel, so use something that's already been invented. I often give an example from everyday life. There's a best practice of when your kids get in the back seat, you buckle their seatbelts. I'm not looking to challenge that or get creative around that. I'm going to tell them to buckle their seatbelts when they get in the car. They know that by now. However, when our goal in life is not just to get through the motions of something, but to grab attention, you have to do something different because of the way our psychology works. You have to do something different to grab attention, and you have to work even harder to keep that attention. And so when you're looking to grab attention, when you look at best practices, what you often see is things that have been done over and over and over again. Those are not going to get your attention. They're just not going to grab your attention. If the first page of a newspaper were full of obituaries, it would not grab a lot of attention because people have seen those before, unless you recognize a name. That's a different story. Right. But you need something sensational to sell the paper, and the tabloids know this, of course. They need something so off the charts that you'll just stop and say, okay, I need to stop everything I'm doing and go read that. And in marketing, often that's what we need to do to grab attention. Again, when you're on a call, you already have someone as a captive audience. You don't need to create this excitement every 10 seconds. But when you're thinking about a commercial, when you're thinking about a billboard, when you're thinking about a piece of content, an email subject line that you want to get someone to open, it has to be exciting enough to get them to open it and hold their attention. And very often, following best practices is going to lead you in the opposite direction of something so mundane, so boring that they're not going to look at it.